Hello guys, welcome back to Lion Serpent Media. Today we will continue to look at the allegations against Representative ILhan Omar. As I stated before, we are concerned with the facts. Now I know a lot of people have raised questions about a lot of things that she has said, but I am simply focusing on Congress's definition of anti-Semitism and the criteria that they use to charge someone with that allegation. One being that the Jews control politicians with money. Two, they control the media. And three, that they have dual loyalties. Now, I'm going to read some statements from former senators and a vice president and let the people decide, what is truth. Remember, we are only concerned with the facts, and I'm only dealing with these allegations that they are raising against her. I know a lot of people have been stating how upset they are that this woman has been allowed to be in Congress. But you know what? A lot of the things that she is saying is not far-fetched. And I'm going to provide proof by statements from former senators and a vice president. So let's get into it. Okay, this is taken from the Congressional Record of December 6th. This is Congressman John R. Rorick, and he is quoting a speech given by Senator Jack B. Tenney of California, and this is in regards to the Anti-Defamation League, and it goes like this. The CIA and FBI are tinker toys compared to the ADL. We are beginning to understand something of the magnitude of the ADL's operation. We are beginning to appreciate the vast spy network sprawling over the nation and throughout the whole world. Our imagination is staggered by its apparent control of the avenues of communication. Their secret agents spy upon American citizens. Extensive files and dossiers are compiled on those with whom they disagree. Through their multitudinous controls of the media of communication, they are capable of destroying reputations and silencing rebuttals. Now let's get into another statement. This is from a senator from Arkansas, J. William Fulbright, and this was given on April 15th. Of course, this is back in time, 1973, so just to let you know, this is not a new issue. This is something Congress has been dealing with for a while. Those who have been vocal about it have been moved out of office, and others just simply shut up about it in fear of losing their jobs. And this is what Representative Fulbright had to say. It says the United States Senate is subservient to Israel. Israel controls the Senate. This has been demonstrated time and time again, and this has made it difficult for the government. Now, on October 10th, United States Vice President Spiro Agnew resigns. He is accused of bribery in the media. But the real reason for his removal is his knowledge and disdain for Jewish communist mafia in control of the United States. This is revealed in a following speech that Spiro Agnew had made, and it goes like this. The people who own and manage national impact media are Jewish, and with other influential Jews, helped create a disastrous U.S. Mideast policy. All you have to do is check the real policymakers and owners, and you find a much higher concentration of Jewish people than you're going to find in the population. By national impact media, I am referring to major news wire services, posters, Time and Newsweek magazines, the New York Times, Washington Post, and the International Herald Tribune. For example, CBS, Mr. William Paley's Jewish. Mr. Julian Goodman, who runs NBC, and there's a Leonard Goldenson at ABC. Mrs. Catherine Graham owns the Washington Post, and Mr. Sulzberger, the New York Times. They are all Jews. You go down the line in that fashion, not just with ownership, but go down the managing post and discretionary post, and you'll find that through their aggressiveness and their inventiveness, they now dominate the news media. Not only in the media, but in academic communities, the financial communities, and the foundations, and all sorts of highly visible and influential services that involve the public, they now have a tremendous voice. Our policy in the Middle East, in my judgment, is disastrous because it is not even-handed. I see no reason why nearly half the foreign aid this nation has to give goes to Israel, except for the influence of this Zionist lobby. I think the power of the news media is in the hands of a few people. It is not subject to control of the voters. It's subject only to the whim of the board of directors. Now, here we are today still talking about what's going on over there in Israel with Palestine and that struggle going back and forth, back and forth. Now, let's look at something that I also found in regards to what was going on in 1973 in an attempt of Palestine trying to get back land that was stolen from them, the Golan Heights and the Gaza Strip, you know, and a little war had broke out between them and Israel. And let's listen to what had taken place. It says, in an attempt to get returned land stolen from them by Israel, including the Golan Heights, Gaza, and the West Bank, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Iraq attacked Israel and forced Israeli forces to retreat. Their initial attempts at negotiation with Israel are repeatedly met with belligerence. With Israel facing defeat, the Jewish-controlled United States government sends massive amounts of United States military equipment and arms at taxpayers' expense to bolster the retreating Israeli forces. This further alienates the Arab and Palestinian victims of Jewish supremacy from America. On top of all that, the United States government put the United States forces stationed in both Germany and Fort Bragg on alert. That's a shame. That they may be sent to Israel to assist Israeli forces in this war. This proves not to be necessary as the Israeli forces emerged victorious following the massive infusion of military aid already given to them by the United States government, or rather the American taxpayer. So you see, so many things that have been taking place all throughout history. Of course, by the time you hear it from the lying serpent media, it has a spin on it, and it makes you side with Israel because they are always played up as the victim. But like many things in life, what's done in the dark will always be brought to the light. We have to continue to fight these lies, get the truth out, let people see what's really going on in this world. And like I said, that is the whole point of me having a voice on this social media network, because I want to give the story behind the story. Now, you already have stories on the left and the right, but I'm concerned with the facts. What's going on behind the scenes that people aren't being told? People need to have a fair and objective view of the information. You need to give all the information, but they don't want to do that because they are only concerned with propagandizing the people. Like I said, same thing you seen done with Muammar Gaddafi. They was telling us that this man had rape squads and they were using Viagra. But you had former Senator Cynthia McKinney over there on the land reporting back saying none of that stuff is true. The lying serpent media is making this stuff up, propagandizing the people to have their support in what was going on to overthrow Gaddafi in Libya. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you too long. Just wanted to infuse some more truth in this world of lies. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me. Hit that subscribe button if you like the truth. And let's keep this truth train moving. Thank you.